Welcome back to the Movies. For our last broadcast episode, instead of doing our Big Show review in the last segment, we decided to give you our special useless top 5 list of the week.
So without further ado, here are our picks for the top 5 movies of 2010.
And we'll start with number 5, Marmaduke. I know, Marmaduke, right? The big stupid talking dog movie? But just hang for a second and let me explain. Marmaduke isn't a great movie, it's not even a tolerable movie, but that's exactly why it's on my top 5 list of best movies of the year. As you've seen over the course of over 25 episodes, I can be a bit cynical when it comes to Hollywood, but after seeing the wretched pile of bile on film that is Marmaduke, I've grown to appreciate the great films even more. Because Marmaduke has taught me just what a cesspool movies can be. So for being the best at being the worst and for altering my psyche, it had to make the list.
And at number 4, Predators. Okay, some may disagree with this one, but Adrian Brody and Lawrence Fishburne in a Predators movie produced by Robert Rodriguez, I mean, come on, how can this not make my top 5 best movies of the year? Sure, it may lack some of the character development of a movie like The Social Network and the thoughtfulness of a film like Inception, but it definitely makes up for it in the sheer, heart-pounding, skull-ripping from your body action. And note to producers, if you make a sequel, you gotta cast Samuel L. Jackson. It's the responsible thing to do.
At number 3, Black Swan. From Darren Aronofsky, director of no-holds-barred, gritty films such as Requiem for a Dream and The Wrestler, comes a thriller about ballet. You're darn right, ballet, and why not? Especially when the leads are Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis given the performances of their careers. But Black Swan is more than ballet. It's an intricately and majestically shot, Hitchcockian-like portrayal of the descent into madness and obsession. It's a movie that captivates you for an entire 2 hours with laser beam focus because you just don't ever know what's going to happen next.
At number 2, Inception. Inception was one of the few movies that did well as an original concept this year. This movie was directed by Christopher Nolan, who did a great job at crafting an action-packed film that is both thoughtful and complex. The imagery is fantastic, the acting is superb, the story is well thought out, and lots of stuff explodes. I mean, really, what more can you ask for? There's even a scene in which the actors are battling inside of a building in free fall. Hands down, this is the best all-around action movie of the year.
And that leads us to our final movie, which is all but a lock for the Best Picture Oscar in March, The Social Network. As my only 4-star review of the year, it's no surprise to see The Social Network at the top of our list. And if director David Fincher weren't so prolific and talented, it would be his masterpiece. A movie about the geeks that started Facebook sounds like the biggest waste of time since, well, Facebook. But that makes Fincher's accomplishment even more remarkable. Fincher, along with screenwriter Aaron Sorkin and a brilliant performance from Jesse Eisenberg, were able to craft such a compelling tale from a story that in real life amounted to nothing more than court proceedings and obsessive typing. And that makes The Social Network one of the best films of the decade, much less the year.